Hello everyone, I'm here today to show you this junk journal that I made. It's a 6x9 hardcover, ring bound with a little dangle here. This book has all my favorite symbols of my experiences of my life. This here was made from a gift bag that I found at the dollar store. So I really fell in love with it. I said, oh, that's definitely going to be a cover. This here is a flower that I followed a tutorial on how to make it. It's a Tim Holt doorknob type fasten. So let's go inside and see what I have. This lace here is from a blouse that I got at the secondhand store, which I really like it. I use it up a lot. Here are my journaling cards. Tsunami Rose. This is something I purchased at a packet at the secondhand store. And here is notebook paper that I use, that I tear out from journals, actual journals that I use to alter them. Here's stamping that I did that someone gifted to me in a rack. I think it was Monique Hoogley. And then these are Tsunami Rose, and these are in her website. Here is a Paris symbol here, which I thought went very well with the stamp here. This is actually avocado dyed paper. You can see almost a faint pink to it. So I thought it went really well with this punch, edge punch here. It's a fist guard punch, and it really looks like it's the symbol of France. I could be mistaken, but since I got this at a secondhand store, I can't tell you exactly. And here's some more coffee dyed paper, a doily, the Paris, the Eiffel Tower of Paris. This is actually an envelope with more writing paper inside. This is a glassine bag here that I decoupaged a napkin that I bought at Tuesday morning. Some couple layering, some crochet that my mom gave to me that I was able to cut up and use. More cards, notebook paper with the stamp Adore. More coffee dyed. This was a little bit too dark, but I think it went well with this next page here. This is Patricia Viramontes pockets. She is one of the persons that I followed a lot at the beginning, that I learned how to do these things. Here is a little tuck spot here with a little mini envelope, writing paper inside. More Tsunami Rose. More layering here. This here was an actual card that one of my nieces went to a flea market, and she bought me a couple of cards. I didn't think at that time to scan it, and I actually used the original one here. It has some cards behind, tags that I use here. Little tags here with some layering here with scraps. These are my scraps that I tried to use. This here is a wedding dress that I cut up and I avocado dyed it. So it has that nice pink color to it. This is an ultra paper clip. More writing paper. This is the legal size one. Coffee dyed paper. Oops, sorry ladies, I moved you guys. This is actually a hairpin, the long ones that I used to decorate the front and back of it using the Prima paper pad. The really pretty purples in there. I don't remember the name of it, but it's that purple pretty one. More stamping, beautiful stamps, old-fashioned. This is avocado dyed paper. As you can see, the pinks to it. This is a handmade doily, which I made myself and my family also makes. We are crocheters in our family. And so I decided to use mine up and start making them in my journal, or using them in my journals, I should say. These are tags that I make. This is another journaling page from an actual journal. Of course, I tear them up, take them out, and I save them to use in journals. Here is another altered paper clip using the Prima with eyelash trim, butterfly punch out. This tag here, what I do here is I first copy a music sheet on a piece of paper. Then I go back in, use that one, and copy images on them. So that's the effect that I get with these. Starting up on the butterflies, which are one of my favorite symbols for transformation. And this is a wood word that says beautiful. And here is some very pretty lace that I bought when I was in Mexico. And it looks like, well, actually it is like burlap, but it's made into lace. Just scraps of paper. This is scrap, this is leftovers. The famous hanger paper clips. This here is a belly band, and this is a little notebook that I made with the leftover from the gift bag of the cover. Or is it, no, I'm sorry, it's a different gift bag. It had dragonflies on it. So, dragonfly. And what it is just scraps of paper put together. And I used this little tiny paper clip to keep it together. So when I put it on my belly band here, I just slip it under. Use the little paper clip to keep it together. And ready to go. This is more dragonflies. This is actually the Rita Donnelly corner writing spot. Layering in there with my crocheted or laces here. Then I have these dragonflies that I actually copied from Pinterest, a very good source of getting your ephemera tags in there. And this was actually a napkin as well that I decoupaged on this. This is a stamp with the lines and more of the stamping happiness. This is all my pages that I tear out of the altered books that I make. And here, do you know how the gift bags have the to and you can write your name to and from? This is what this is from the Dragonfly gift bag. So what do I do with it? I made it into a tiny little notebook here with coffee dyed paper. Here a little poem about what dragonfly means. More coffee dyed paper. Some stamping down here. Beautiful. Same here. First did the music paper, copy, print it out, and then I go back in and have this printed on top, which was a dragonfly. And again, I sewed on some of my journal pages that are leftovers that I cut out from actual journal books that I use. We don't throw anything away. Everything is used. Here's another one of my favorite symbol, well, not a symbol, but just a fairy tale character, which is the fairies. And this here is some journaling cards. Fairies. Same thing. I sew it onto the journal pages to get a lot of writing space in there. Tucked behind here. And then when you turn this page, it's actually like a waterfall. Here is an envelope, another envelope, and another envelope. It's like a waterfall of envelopes. And all this is my fairy section. I'll go back. Envelope. You can see here it's an envelope. A little fairy pin with a charm. This is a coin. Coffee dyed. Napkin decoupage, a little lace. Oops, wrong place. Another pocket, fairies. More cards. Paper sewed with the journaling paper. More writing pages, so lots of place to do the writing. That's my fairy section there on this page. Here it's a New Year's Christmas ribbon that I used that made it look more like fantasy in there, and a mason jar, also decorated. And I think this one opens up. Yes, opens up, and more writing paper inside, like a little tablet. See, it's an envelope. More writing paper in here. A little pocket, and here's the little fairy that goes with this section of fairies. Tags with a chain, a ball chain, or cards I should say. Sometimes I get them so confused. What's a tag and what's a journaling card? This is an postcard here that I made out of they're little dividers for like recipes with the little tabs, and it's just music paper decoupaged and then on top with a napkin. Now here is my echo printing. I had so much fun making this, it's unbelievable. I actually see fairies in there. I actually feel like I see wings of them. Here's another altered paper clip. And if you were to ask me for all that I've been through, if I still believe in magic, yes, I do. I think that just love is magic. I feel that when you love someone, some things, love is what makes things happen, bring changes, and love is magic. So do I believe in magic? Yes, I do. It's like saying I believe in love. They're just so beautiful. I see wings. It's like you capture the fairies in these echo prints. Just more coffee dyed paper. Another envelope with matching paper inside. Hummingbirds. This is actually the hummingbird section now. Here is a hummingbird charm with the bulb safety pin. And this here is actually an envelope that I folded in half and decorated with lace and just more tags inside. And what I also like to do is I have some books that have poems and I copy dye pages and then just ink the edges and use it for my journals. And I just glued down half of the envelope and so it made it into a page here. More hummingbirds. So basically this journal that I have here, I actually made it for myself and for my symbols that, you know, represent what I like, my life experiences, and everything that I learned watching tutorials from Patricia Veramontes and various others, I incorporated here, and I just fell in love with this passion. And so I hope you really enjoyed watching this. Thanks a lot. Bye.